Hello everyone, hello. It says we have action, so we are live here. Today is day 14 of the 90 days that I'm going to share with you from my little book. Where's my little book here? The Emotional Eater's Guide, Eater's Book of Inspiration by Danowski. And she's got 90 truths you need to know about overcoming your food addiction, it says in the book. So I'm sharing a chapter every day for the next 90 days. So today's chapter is about you are not to blame for your weight problems. So we're going to discuss a little bit about that. If you see me looking down, I do have a few notes. So I just want to stay on track with that. Have you ever heard, I'm disgusting, I am too weak, I have no willpower, anything like that going on? Have you ever said that to yourself? Have you ever thought this or said this out loud? Have you at least once maybe said that to yourself, or how many times? Let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate to know where you're at. So today is the day to make a difference in a choice, to actually look at why you treat yourself like this. So before we go any further, if we have not met before, my name is Heather Edmondson, and I am coming at you live today from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. Thank you for stopping on my health page, and I assist others reach their health and fitness goals through mentorship, accountability, and coaching. And let's kick those sugar cravings to the curb. So if that sounds like something that you need assistance with, I'm here to help you as best I can. So why is it that we keep telling ourselves that we are weak and that we are disgusting, and then we only end up feeling awful and horrible about ourselves, and we beat ourselves up? It's an awful situation that we just keep playing that around in our head, and like I said, it causes depression and sadness, and makes us not feel very good. We don't want to feel better, and because we don't feel good about ourselves and we aren't happy with the situation, what do? We shove things in our mouth. We start eating again because we think, well, I'm not going to be anything. I'm not going to amount to anything anyway. And I'm just a disgusting person and I feel awful anyway. So let's just have that tub of ice cream or those chocolates or those chips or whatever it is that your trigger is that sends you off spiraling down the dark hole, down the rabbit hole. We really need to stop beating ourselves up and showing ourselves, our bodies, some disrespect. We need to get out of that loop. You start to feel bad, you beat yourself up, you talk yourself down, then you go to the cupboard and you grab something to eat, and it's just a vicious circle. It keeps going round and round and round. And then we say, well, I'm the victim here. It's just because of the situation that I'm in and the things that have happened to me before that's why I eat stuff like this. And you shove the things in your mouth that you so desperately want to change and don't want to continue doing, and you keep doing it over and over again. The only way that this is ever going to change, or that it's ever going to get any better, is for us as ourselves, the people that are eating, maybe you or me. We need to start taking responsibility for ourselves. We need to not blame others for the situations that we're in. We are the only ones that can make a change, and we are the only one to take the action. Everybody can lead. You can, like the old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? You can take somebody to an AA meeting, but if they're not ready to give up on alcohol or drug addictions or whatever their vice is that's holding them back, they're not going to make the change. The same thing goes for you eating unhealthy foods or having those unhealthy eating habits. So first thing you have to do is have a really good look and a really good think about what exactly you are putting in your mouth. What exactly, how much? Maybe it's too little. Maybe it's too little that you're putting in your mouth. I've found what has really helped me try and get a grasp on what I'm eating or what I'm doing is to start journaling things. I've found that if I journal things and write it down and actually visualize, I'm a very visual person. If I actually visualize what I'm eating, by writing it down and actually putting in there everything I put into my mouth, whether it's a stick of gum or a stick of butter. If it's put in my mouth, I have to write it down. And if you think, well, if I don't write it down, it doesn't exist, it didn't really happen. Well, you know in the back of your mind that you actually had it and that it actually did happen. So you're only just trying to cheat yourself and trying to lie to yourself. And what gain is that going to do? The same thing's going to happen over again. You're going to get back in that vicious circle again of going through that loop of feeling bad because you didn't write it down, and then, well, I'm not going to stay on the track, I'm not going to stick to this. So then you go back through that loop again of eating, feeling bad, feeling depression, feeling like the victim. Somebody needs to rescue me. Nobody's got that magic wand to rescue you, or that magic rope to help pull you out of the deep end. It all comes down to the choices that we all make. So journaling, I found, helps me a lot. And then maybe take a really good look at what times of the day is this actually happening to you? What times are the hardest for you to get through? Is it first thing in the morning? Is it in the afternoon at 2 o'clock when you get spike or a drop in your sugar, in your glucose in your system? Is that when you get a trigger? Is it when you're sitting around the office at work and people are having donuts and coffee and going for a pop or something like that, and it's you get roped into wanting to go for that as well? So is it a certain situation that you're in? Is it more difficult when you're out in a social environment or around a bunch of people that you maybe don't feel too comfortable being around? Is that when you decide to reach for that drumstick? Is that when you decide to reach for that ice cream, that cotton candy, whatever it is? Is it when you are in a certain social situation? Or maybe it's when you're alone. One of my friends that is in one of my e-companies with me, she finds it very hard and very difficult when her husband has to work out of town. She feels very lonely. She feels very vulnerable. She doesn't want to prepare a big meal because she's the only one there. So she doesn't necessarily have the stuff in her fridge, because then she'll have a meal that will last for 6 or 7 days, and she doesn't want to do that. I know it's very hard to cut back on your portions and make food just enough for 1 or 2 people. It's a very hard thing to do. We had a very large family at one point when all 4 of our kids were home, and get in the habits of making such big meals that now I try and cut them back. But even if we still make those big meals, then I just try and portion them out and try and freeze them so we aren't eating the same stuff for the whole week or 10 days or whatever, however much food and how long it lasts. So if you did have some of those things portioned out, you could at least help yourself by having those things ready. And when your spouse or your partner is away and you're feeling very lonely, you'll have the good things to grab instead of maybe grabbing that tub of ice cream. Once we realize when these things are happening or when these situations happen, then we can have more control over the situation. If it's times when your spouse or partner is away, maybe make arrangements to spend some time with a friend. Have a virtual meal together. Have a messenger chat. Just call them up on a messenger. You can actually communicate now through messenger by just pressing the little camera button. You don't even have to use your long distance minutes to call them. And so that's kind of a cool feature. You can set up something like that to combat the situations when you're feeling down or low. Like I'd mentioned in some of my other lives, if you hadn't caught them, an accountability buddy kind of thing. Somebody that understands your situation and can help you when you're having those weak moments, when you feel alone. Make a plan. When you're feeling down, have a backup plan for maybe something that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to stretch. Maybe you're going to try and do some yoga. Maybe you're going to do some deep breathing or meditation. How about those affirmations? Try those affirmations. I've been finding they've been really helpful for me, and maybe that'll help you as well. So let me know if that's a success for you. Some people pray. Some people go for a walk. Some people go for a bike ride. Any of those things, just to give yourself a shift in your mindset and get yourself feeling a little bit better. So make the decision today to stop blaming yourself and refuse to put it all down on you and beat yourself up and go round and round in that loop. So take the responsibility right now And by doing that, you will see how much your life will be able to change. So if you are interested in any PDFs, some recipes, I have some of those available. I'm wishing you all the best of your rest of your day, whatever time of the day it is for you. And we will catch you again tomorrow. So bye-bye for now. Bye.